we are going to try and steal this world record. It's what we like to do on this stream. Anytime that there is the opportunity to do a little bit of stealing, we go for it. Let's find out. Will I steal world record? Yes or no? You get to gamble as well here in the live Twitch chat. If you're not here live on Twitch, what are you doing? Join the live stream. I'd love to see you in here sometime. Let's get started. This is a Warlock Seed performed by The Swarm a few days ago. 3, 2, 1, go. We're going to try and beat his time of 47:19, which is a very, very fast rando time, honestly. So we'll see what we can do. Hello? And we're already off to a fantastic start. Literally perfect. 0 flaws. Doesn't get much better than that. Did Swarm go left side or right side? I actually don't know. That's the problem. Because Swarm normally plays like really late in the evening, well past my bedtime, as the old man that I am, as I've entered the twilight years of my life. I actually don't know what his current like play patterns look like these days. So it's kind of, it's genuinely up in the air. The Swarm is always kind of, and I could be way off on this, I'm just kind of guessing. Because again, I don't have like a ton of solid evidence for it. Swarm to me feels like a bit of a vibes-based gamer. In the sense that like, you know, the whole like skipping Grand Floon thing was very big. A big play of his for a long time. I don't know. I feel like, yes, it's very difficult to metagame this guy, is basically the long and short of it. Anyways. The best part about playing this preset is this. Everybody loves flying in mist form. Oh yeah. Ah! That was early. And we lost a lot of time because of it. I'm looking at the arm for the visual cue, and it is working. Just kidding, it's not working anymore. I just have to time it well enough. Don't anticipate, just react. I am trying this as a new visual cue strategy, because everyone said it's good. And I could probably get used to it with time. I need that too, damn. And dude, I'm so bad at the game. Oh, this is why I hate this preset, bro. I'm gonna lose a tournament race because I can't freaking time the transformation button properly. I wasted like over a minute. Oh! Come on, bro. That's possible? That's a possibility that you can just. I don't even want to play the game anymore. Okay, lock in. People have money on the line. Fake money that doesn't exist. Dude, this sucks. This sucks. Stop spawning zombies, please. You know they don't have to spawn, right? It's random. I could just get through there with no fucking zombies.
Godzilla and I called that shit a long time ago.
Stop spawning zombies, please. Fucking Christ, man. Zombies are paid actors. That's what I'm saying, bro. All right, so this is already a nightmare that I would like to wake up from. Nice death skip. You got it, boss. I'm getting fucking tossed around by these guys who can't die! What? Just take this shit off. I'm mad. Fuck you, Blue Knuckles. Okay. Oh my. Okay, Jesus. We don't get bans in this tournament, do we? Dude, I hate this preset. It sucks so bad. Why do people want to play this? Oh my god, I love pressing the missed button. I love pressing the missed button over and over and over again. It's my favorite. You can just skip every out of logic check and play. I mean, yeah. Or in pray, I mean, yeah. The problem with that is, I would have already lost if that was the case. You're not dead? There we go. Yeah, I'm not using any other method other than my method. My method's just better. Why not check the breakable walls? Imagine, it can be anything. First time playing a randomizer. Also, my controller's a little messed up still. Sadly. Dude, check every item. You never know. It could be anything. Dude, okay. Yeah, my controller is not hot, sadly. I have another one somewhere. I've been not wanting to whip it out. But it's finally time, I guess. Especially when it comes to spell inputs, it's not doing well. Use the mobile screen as a controller? Honestly, yeah. The last working 360 controller on the planet, yeah. I don't see anything, which means I have to check it, because it could be an item. It's nothing. Okay, we move on. It's fine. Invent a time machine so I can get more controllers? I wish, bro. Let's do this. That's fine. Yeah, I think you're almost always incentivized to either go all the way to outer wall or to do this check first and then go outer wall. I like the idea of doing this check first because getting the warp here means I can check gravity boots as soon as I find any form of flight that's not just mist rising, because I'm not mist rising up that fucking shaft. You can't pay me enough. Also, I guess the meta is just check this because everyone's doing it, and apparently there's always a diamond here or something. Zircon, close enough. That's basically a diamond. Every seed I've lost is because I don't check that one room, by the way. Every time I've done a race, I don't check that room intentionally, and it's like, oh, I found a library card there. Oh, I found a duplicator there. Oh, I found every item in the game in there. Why didn't you check that? It's always something going. Okay, Leapstone. It gives us access to some stuff in Logic that's kind of annoying. You know what? I don't know where to go. I'm already here. It's probably in my best interest to grab the warp and then go outer wall, I think. So yeah. Because complexity 6, right? Warlock is complexity 6, so this Leapstone is already after grabbing some other form of flight to get up here, which means I want to get to outer wall. Because it's going to be Gravity Boots or Power of Mist or Bat there. Or it's going to be like Jewel of Open into finding one of those things. And either way, that's good for me. Because if I find Jewel of Open early, I can get access to Silver Ring early. So I think it is actually the correct play when you see this to go outer wall. I'm not going to misdrise the shaft. It's not worth it. I already have 2 Vlads as well. And, like, none of the flight layer stuff is in logic yet. So the odds that it's something is very low. So we just move on. Plus, we already wasted a lot of time with slow misdrising early in the seed, so... we're just going to move on. Yeah, I can do the check later faster, because I'm going to probably come back here. Morning Blade's a fantastic drop, by the way. Okay. We're probably going to come back here later to do Cavern stuff anyways, and I have the warp, so... 3 hits to kill. Summon Spirit won't kill quickly enough, so we just do that. Let's get through. Yeah, add some text-to-speech voice lines. I have the means to skip this, so I will. Technically, I have a way to stone Doppelganger, and that's probably faster than... well, no, because of the loads and stuff. It's probably close to even. Yeah, Mana Prism's not worth it, or, yeah. The only way those mana max-ups matter is if I find Bat, and there's no guarantee that I'm going to find Bat anytime soon. Also, I'm supposed to just go here first. The only way I get punished for this is if there's a diamond in the pot above the breakable, or the elevator switch. Which, like, if that's the case, whatever, man. I don't... Think of Arcana, though. Probably worth equipping, just in case we get a lucky drop or something. Or just money, even. Never go up, you can do add a Logic Fairy card. That's not the reason why you never go up. And that's also just not true. Sometimes you do need to go up even if you can do out of Logic Fairy card because you want to skip the entirety. In Warlock, it doesn't make sense because you can never, or you can always full clear library, but in other presets, when you can't full clear library, sometimes it's worth skipping the entirety of library. Okay, so the correct sequence right now is step 1, Gravity Boots, step 2, Leapstone, step 3, Glasses, step 4, something in the second castle, probably Jewel of Open. It could also just be shared complexity with Glasses, so there's no guarantee that we need to go second castle quite yet, but another Vlad Relic, though, makes things crazy. A library card for mega cheap, that's insane. Barda for an amount that we'll never afford unless we find diamonds, so just 2 library cards, called it a. Yeah, Leapstone plus Gravity Boots is logical flight. What would I prefer? Just generally speaking, Shield Rod Alucard Shield is just the most versatile, assuming you have access to infinite MP. Otherwise, double Varda Chrysogram would be way more damage then. Generally, Buffalo Star Duplicator is like not even that great most of the time. It's only used in speedruns often because it's convenient because you want access to the Duplicator anyways for the Mana Prisms. And Buffalo Stars is just like a easy and cheap access for a high damaging option alongside the Duplicator. Didn't mean to Hellfire there, but whatever. "15 minutes in. This is not like a great time here, but I understand how he beat this in 47 minutes, though. Oh! Okay. That's interesting. We just need to find the final Vlad as soon as possible. Wow. Wow. Kinda nutty. Kinda nutty.
You steal men's souls.
Yo, Vinny, what
and
up?
make them your slaves.
Thank you very much for the 6 months. I appreciate that. Gambling mode activated. The problem is we don't have enough steps in logic to even do anything with this yet. So we just need to Gold Ring 2? If Gold Ring's so good, why isn't there a Gold Ring 2? I'll grab the Dragon Helm. Heart Refresh. Obsidian Sword. This is very interesting. Yo, Remedy, thank you very much. Appreciate that Prime. Shout out to all the new Primes in the world. So the thing is we can have shared complexity on the flight layer. That's not impossible, especially with a 6 complexity seed. And there's still options left to fill out the rest of the complexity, because we're on layer... Everything that's on flight layer is layer 3, right? So we still have to check flight locations. Granted, most likely, odds are that the next step is just in the second castle. It's very likely. We have library cards as well, so I'm still going to go there, but I want to do this stuff now just to prevent myself from getting, like, screwed over by having not done these checks. Okay, Echo as well on flight layer. That means Bat is probably the thing into... Or, I guess Bat can be it. There's a couple of things it can be. I'm also trying to avoid getting baited by Spikebreaker. So, the other thing I would like to have is a little bit of money so I can buy more library cards if I need to. So as soon as I find any amount of money, I'm done doing item checks, I think. But yeah, I think we definitely go second castle. Yeah. We have an aquamarine. That's probably fine, actually. I mean, Vardas would be great, don't get me wrong, because we are still kind of struggling on damage, but we're about to do a lot of the second castle without Vardas anyways. So... So I think we just skip everything, basically. Rainbow chest, we can't get one, sadly. Just kidding, now we skip everything. Left side, there's no reason to do left side. We have infinite library cards and reverse library cards, so... With that, there's no reason to ever do left side. Even Swarm would understand that. Why can't I get Rainbow Chest? Because I don't have Jewel of Open. Or sorry, Cube of Zoe. Not gonna answer, thank you very much. What? What the hell? Dude, what does this see? A library card drop? I mean, I didn't need it because they're $100 each, but that's still ridiculous. What the fuck? God damn. There we go. The seed was engineered, I know. It's crazy. Nope, go the other way, please. Okay, I guess I'm checking these. Okay, perfect, I don't need that. I do have a mana prism. I might end up using it here. In fact, I will use it here because I need to. If I find a duplicator right here, I'm gonna cry though. Imagine. A man can dream, can't he? No, the next step is just going to be here in Second Castle, most likely. I believe it has to be Jewel of Open. Because we're out of progression items now. I guess it could be other ring into Jewel of Open, that's also possible, but those are the only two options. I miss! Bro, stop running! This is why I don't do this stupid fucking strat. It doesn't work. Merman statue into Jewel of Open? How am I supposed to... What? How does Merman statue get me access to Jewel of Open? Thank you for the raid runners. Red seed sucks balls. Yup. How's it going, Swarm? I could have grabbed that Garnet, but I don't even think it matters at this point. Like, what? I'm gonna get a Varda, like, 45 minutes into the seed? I think we're done doing item checks. Like I said, I forgot that I said that I was going to be done doing item checks, and then I did another one. And I got a banana. Thank you, Clown. I appreciate you. Yeah, because even at this point, finding a duplicator and a mana prism probably doesn't even save me that much time. Like, it will save me some amount of time for sure, but like, there's enough save rooms to refill MP. Like, it'll be fine. I just have to be smart with my movement. The only thing that, honestly, I wish was a little bit better is my ability to do damage, but, like, I'm just gonna spam spells, call it a day. Like, it doesn't even cost that much MP. I don't have a Jewel of Open. So with that, we go to Beelzebub and then library card, probably. Merman gives rings. How does Merman give me the rings, guys? How does Merman statue get me to a ring right now? I'm just waiting for someone to figure it out. The Milkman, yes. Sheer power of will, yes, yeah. I do have a heart refresh. I could use that if no one's looking. Do I think this chat is more brain rotted than the average Balatro stream? Absolutely not. Balatro is like a whole extra level of brain rot. My heart goes out to anybody who tries to stream Balatro full time. Shoutouts to Raffle. The amount of absolutely wrong backseating that happens in a Balatro stream is like next level. I thought it was bad in Symphony of the Night because the people who are self-selected to like know anything about this game are people who are old and don't remember shit from their childhood. They're just nostalgic for a thing that never really existed. I'm gonna die. Balatro is like a new game that nobody knows shit about. It's like extra awful. Sheesh. Well, now I want to do regular library card, I think. And I have reverse library cards to get back. Well, now I wish I did have the money for that,
I'm interested.
that shit. Yeah, there's... Mana Prism's way too expensive. Everything else, I guess Dark Blade is technically more damage. Drac Tunic for the vibes.
Farewell for now.
No, Mornblade was more damage than Dark Blade. So we're on, that was step 4. Step 5, if it's Spike Breaker, into step 6. Final Vlad at Silver Ring. Or we could have the ring at anywhere in the caverns. It's all equal. Or Merman statue into... Ultimately, you have to check Silver Ring here because if the next step involves grabbing Spike Breaker, you feel like an idiot. So you just kind of have to. Oh! Wait, did I not get the... That's fine. That's fine, he says with Copium. No, it is. It's literally fine. I actually don't need that warp because of the library cards. We're chilling. I'm like, oh my god, I fucked up. I didn't get the castle keep warp. The only reason you need the castle keep warp is to go to the second castle. I literally don't need it. Alright, we're chilling. Use the magic mirror, yeah. Basically. Honestly, I'm gonna save split this. And I should have done that at the other save now that I think about it. Because I'm going to Caverns right after this if I don't find Final Vlad here. Which honestly, I'm very... It feels incredibly unlikely that I find Final Vlad here, because like... If Final Vlad is here, I don't understand how this isn't a 30-minute, like 35-minute seed. Honestly, it could have been a 30-minute seed with better execution. This is just like the obvious next step. I feel like. Okay, it's Merman. Which is weird, because now... Also, guy did a glitch, send him to jail. We could be looking at 7 complexity, I guess? There's no reason it couldn't be 7 complexity. Or I'm miscounting, right? Gravity Boots into Leapstone, into Glasses 3, into Jewel of Open 4, into Spikebreaker 5, into Merman Statue 6, into Final Vlad 7. So this could be 7 complexity, I guess. Or it's bait and the ring is just somewhere randomly. And that's layer 6, just random inside the caverns. And then Final Vlad is at Holy Glasses. That's incredibly possible as well. So for that reason, we definitely want to... Depends where Spikebreaker is. Yeah, I guess if Spikebreaker... Yeah, that's also true. Spikebreaker could be behind All Rocks. Or just in the second castle as well. And if that's the case, then it would mean it's a 6 complexity seed. You are correct in that. Assuming that Final Vlad is locked behind Merman Statue. So that's possible as well. We didn't do any of the All Rocks checks. I think I will check this first just in case. And then I can go up and check the other stuff after. Jesus. Yeah, I think you do this first. Come on. Let's see. Yeah, because if it's not here, then... The other ring is probably just somewhere in the caverns, and then we just go based off of that and we do all the caverns checks. Or... What the hell? If this isn't it, then that's very strange. Because it has to be, right? Otherwise there's not enough complexity in the seed, right? It can't be bait. Because this involves every last progression item, so this has to be it. Otherwise, we wouldn't be able to get to minimum 6. So that means it's an 8 complexity seed or a 7 complexity seed. Which is very unlikely. If it's 8, that's insane, considering the minimum 6, I believe. More likely 7, yeah. It just depends on if Alrox has Spike Breaker or not. We also never did Gravity Boots, actually, now that I think about it. But we never needed to. Spike Breaker's probably up there. Everybody probably missed rows all the way up the shaft, found Spike Breaker, and was like, aha! I have solved the seed. I will simply not check Silver Ring because it's not high enough complexity. And then they got boned by not doing that. Is that what happened? Spike Breaker with Sword Card? Yep. Okay. That's exactly what happened. So because everybody else who played the seed did Alrox's quarters, they had Spike Breaker, so they probably skipped Silver Ring, assuming it's just another layer on behind Jewel of Open. Odds are you want to go Caverns immediately. And then by doing so, they got screwed. Yep. Also, Glasses was before Flight Layer? No, it was not. Unless I missed something. It was on Flight Layer. Because you needed Flight to get Glasses. Right? No, wait, you're right. Glasses was before Flight Layer. My bad. No, you're right. For some reason, I thought Glasses was at Fire of Bat. No, it was at Fairy Card. You're right. Nah, I skipped Bees? Oh, well. With reverse library cards, you skipped Bees? I'm winning this tournament because everyone's going to be doing the dumbest fucking routes. I swear to God, why would you do that? You have a teleporter that teleports you to the other side of the castle. You can do anything you want. You're God. You can be God. And just insta-teleport wherever you want. I'm killing this guy for fun. Because I can. This guy? What do you mean? That's my OG. That's my day one. I gotta say hi to Creature. Holy, should have bet more. Okay. So, I miscounted, but by doing so, I became a legend. Gotcha. So the actual progression was Gravity Boots 1, Leapstone 2, Jewel of Open 3, Mermaid Statue 4, Rings 5, Final Bloods. It was a 6 complexity seed, I just don't know how to count. No Jewel equals free skip? You know what you also get to skip? All of the movement to get to the left side of the castle whenever you want. AKA reverse library cards. You get to skip way more than just that. What? The reverse library cards give you so much freedom to go do checks. That's the whole point of having them. That's why I yell at Ren when he does left side when he has a reverse library card, because it's like, why would you do that? You can do that whenever you want and skip all the movement. But time from tree to bees is very slow. It's really not that slow. When you have a reverse library card to make up all the time you'd be backtracking out of it. That's the whole point. It's like Super Grand Falloon. Yes, and you're also, that's like skipping Grand Falloon when like, you don't need to do Spike Breaker. That's like assuming, oh, I don't want to do Grand Falloon right now. I just want to leave. It's like, well, if you have a library card, why not just do Grand Falloon? Because you can leave with a library card and save all that time back. It's crazy. Crazy finished the game 20 minutes ago when he killed Richter. Oh, dude, I forgot. I should just kill Richter. Don't yell at me. Look, you guys can keep playing like this. It's fine. I'll take my free W's. The only races I've lost is from people getting random item drops that I didn't get. And that's my fault for being so aggressive with my item skips. I'll admit that. But I feel very confident that if everyone's gonna be playing like this, I mean, just give me the trophy now, I guess. You know what? Because I can. Oh, nice. I was trying to... Hello, Tetra Spirit? They patched it out of the game? I'm just having fun here. I guess I just have a hard time understanding why you would risk a check when you know that what you need is on this layer. And you have library cards to, like, optimize the checks. And you know you can get more later, too. Right? Like, I understand it's an aggressive play. It's a 1 in 6 chance. No, it's not a 1 in 6 chance, because if you do all of the checks, it's a 100% chance that you get the correct thing. 5 and 6, I saved 2 minutes on you? Not necessarily. I don't think that that's necessarily the case in this scenario when you have access to reverse library cards, because the routing is going to be different because of the reverse library cards at any given time. Like, you can choose to do stuff like that's like the whole point. I don't know. It's like, if you have the means to do a check for free, quote unquote, why wouldn't you just do it? To save 2 minutes over... Like, I don't know. It doesn't...
GG's supreme victory.
I guess I would rather say, you know what? I'm 2 minutes faster than most people, so I'm just gonna... My movement's 2 minutes faster. I'm just gonna rely on that to make up for that time. 2 minutes is a free win. Not versus me, it's not. What do you mean? I could just outplay you. And you should have the confidence to outplay anybody in the tournament. I can move 2 minutes faster than most people in the tournament. There's a lot of ways to save 2 minutes that aren't risking your entire tournament life. You can menu faster. You could cut frames on all of your movement options. You can MP faster. You could find a random drop that saves you 2 minutes.
Fear not. I had my own reasons for destroying.
Like, 2 minutes is not a free win by any means.
Must have been painful for you.
Indeed. But you must always...
No, I understand. I get it, but I disagree when you have access to the means to route everything efficiently with no backtracking. You should just do it.
The blood that
if you want to gamble your tournament life on a 5 and 6, like, I get it.
World if I were to disappear for
but like, in this scenario, it didn't really make sense when you had the means to, like,
farewell then.
Do a linear level of to me it's the same as, like, skipping
Don't you want to go after him, Maria?
Like skipping Skill of Wolf.
This way.
But still doing fire or bat card. It's like
perhaps we will meet again.
You're already, like, kind of doing this route anyways. If you want to think of it as a line with a teleport that warps you to the other side of the castle and then you continue the line, you're basically going to one part and saying, you know what, I'm done here. I don't want to do this check. I'm just going to go do a different check instead. Which doesn't make sense to me. With the reverse library card, you get to linearly go through and do everything in a line. And you're just saying, instead of going point A, B, C, instead of going C, I'm just going to go straight to D, even though you have a route that is a straight line. It's like the same idea as, like, I'm just going to do left side, even though it's less efficient, because I just am hoping to win. It's not actually a 5 and 6 in that point. Because also, if I wanted to, I could skip Creature if I wanted to and save it for the very end because of the reverse library card if it wasn't there, and do, like, the full wraparound and go straight to, Grand Falloon, or not Grand Falloon. I can go straight to Death and then Galamoth. And all of a sudden you're over there on the left side doing Creature and Force of Echo and Doppelganger, and all of a sudden it's like, oh, why'd you do those? It was just as likely that it's in Galamoth, so just skip them. It's like the same argumentation when if I did that it'd be like, wow, I guess you got lucky by doing that crazy ass route. And it's like, it's the second castle. It is a gamble fest. The only thing that you can control is either you embrace the gamble and say, fuck it, I'm just gonna skip a random check and hope it doesn't burn me. Even though, what are the odds in that, by the way? How many tournament races do you expect to do, by the way? Right? 5 out of 6? That's 83%. But like, that means 16% of the time. So it's 1 in 8? No, that's literally 1 in 6. I'm stupid. So 1 in 6 races you're going to lose. Every race is a best of 3. So every 2 sets you're expected to just lose because you want to gamble like that? Like, think about it that way. The expected value is 1 out of every 6 races you instantly lose. And there's not that, like, there's enough races in the tournament to justify the 1 in 6 not working out. I'm cool with that. I guess, yeah. You're cool with a 1 in 6 to instantly lose when you could instead lower that 1 in 6 on your, like, you can take agency over the 1 in 6 on my side by playing better. That's what I'm arguing for. 80% of the time, it doesn't even work every time, because what if I just played better? What if I skipped something later on somewhere else? Like, for example, the All-Rock skips that I did. Those All-Rock skips, if anybody did those All-Rock checks, I saved time there, right? It's not a guarantee that you instantly win by skipping 1 check. I did that too in this scenario, but there's other scenarios where you might not have. And you know what? I went to Beelzebub and it was there, so I win. Like, that's what I'm trying to say, right? If you looking at this one scenario as a 1 in 6 is not accurate to the full scope of the seed, which is there are plenty of ways to save time outside of that. And on top of that, there are other routes that you can take that can mitigate that time loss as well. So betting it all on a 1 in 6 in this specific scenario, when you know for a fact that on this layer is the thing you need to beat the game, is to me ridiculous, especially with only 1 relic left. That's the part to me that's like, okay, you're playing so aggressive that you're willing to basically take away the entire bit of agency you have in the tournament on like a statistical option that doesn't necessarily even equal a win. In a lot of cases, it does equal a win, but it doesn't guarantee you a win. Because there's plenty of races I've won where I have done extra checks or have full cleared the game, and I still beat people by multiple minutes who are skipping things aggressively. And those things didn't matter, right? Because those also become liabilities later on in the seed. If you're like, well, I'm missing a thing, it could be here, or it could be here, or it could be here, or it could be here. And now I'm in a scenario where later on I could library card and choose to go to Silver Ring, or I have to go to Caverns first for X, Y, and Z reasons, etc., etc. Long story short, I think in this particular scenario, you say it's a 5 and 6. I don't fully agree because there are other things you can do. Yeah, and again, I think this conversation is important as well because I am also trying to like I'm speaking passionately, but it doesn't mean that I disagree with your sentiment because I've also played like that in the past where I have like the Lycanthrope tournament was one where I very aggressively gambled because that was just the meta and I didn't want to lose to other people who were doing it. So it's like it becomes somewhat cyclical where if you are too aggressive with every single skip, all of a sudden it turns into a gamble fiesta. Whereas if you're a little bit more controlled with your choices to skip, you can then be a little bit more picky. Right? Because I'm of the belief that if you have some amount of agency in the way that you play, you can mitigate some of those gambly time losses, which I don't want to lose to, right? Nothing would feel worse to me than being in grand finals of a tournament, and then it's like, well, I have to skip creature here. It's like, oh, it was creature. Sorry, you lose. I mean, like, it deflates the entire like competition of it all, I guess, is the way that I look at it. Whereas like if you have the means to route it in and save time somewhere else to make up for it, especially on a layer that you know needs to have a relic, you know? I mean, the second castle is always going to be a casino no matter what. For example, you could just skip everything, right? Just skip everything and go directly to the location that you need to go to and win that way. But like, I don't know. It happens. Either way. YouTube, if you like me ranting into the screen and also getting world records, like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye-bye.